What's going on, guys? Welcome to First Off the Line 22-23 Mosaic NBA Hobby Box Dutch auction. Looks like we're at $700 right now. Does this get all the way down to the bottom out price? $350. That's right where pre-orders are at. I think it might get close. And if it doesn't even make sense to buy with how basketball's been doing. Deep three, 350 at the floor is still too high. Yeah, it'd be nice if the floor was in the twos for these. 425. NBA is dead. Yeah, NBA has been tough. I mean, basketball, it gets hyped, and then you got to be careful because if you got too much, or if you don't sell it right away, you might be stuck with it, or you start to see prices dip. Yeah, NFL and Major League Baseball has been doing a lot better. And that's with the hobby and retail. Like, if you look at like the retail basketball, it just sits on the shelves. They can't give that stuff away. I mean, there'll be a little time period where, people will want this stuff, but you said you just don't get stuck with it or have too much of it. We're at $6.83 and 33 cents. Why is it dead? It could be the class. I think another thing was just like the products being delayed and not coming out during the season. Like they're getting closer to it. But yeah, it really died after like 2021. Yeah, with Wemby, it's going to be another debacle. Are we going to see autos? Are we not going to see autos? Who's going to have those autos? I mean, we've seen the Topps autos, but that's what we're hoping, right? We're that big draft pick. There's been so much hype around his stuff, like all his Panini stuff is sold out. Like on the Panini Instant stuff, his 101 sold out, I believe, at 10,000 right when it dropped on that Dutch auction. His auto to 199 or less, those sold for what, 1,500. And here you're looking at one auto for these, so 15 cards per pack, 10 packs per box, one auto, 18 Prizm, 18 and 20 inserts, 2 pink Swirl, first off the line 20, or green Swirl, first off the line number to 5. So those are your first off the line exclusive. Either a pink, you're either going to get pink Swirl and a green Swirl, number to 20 or 5. You can get both of those, but only one auto in these. Pre-orders are around that 350 mark. Probably have to start looking at high volume, like like at 425-ish. Let's see how far these are going down. This is a Dutch auction. The levels drop every 5 minutes. The price levels. Let's see, we're 750 minus 350. So $16.67. We're going down each level. So it's not a big number. So if you do like it, like at the bottom out price, do you like it at 366? Yeah, basketball just hasn't been. I mean, like, I collect basketball. I probably collect more football, or like I'm super stoked for football, then baseball, then basketball. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, with how football gets marketed better. Seems it's just like 24/7. So I might be a little biased, but just looking, basketball stuff tends to get lower, gets to those bottom out prices. Panini also has done a really good job starting with the basketball stuff with that bottom out price. It's really close to where the floor is at, or where the pre-orders are at. Oh my goodness. Spilling hot coffee. Hot coffee. I need a towel. Here we go. At least it wasn't too hot. Let's see here. Where is that? Let's see. Where's Wax at? Mosaic basketball. Yeah, in that 350 to 400 range. Average price is about 373. So they have it like pinpoint at that 350 mark. I mean, if it does get down to like 350, there's some value there with those first off light exclusives, but of course it all depends on what you are trying to do with it. Are you ripping, flipping, breaking, or holding? I mean, if you really just like this product, maybe you buy it a little bit higher. You like it at 4? All right, let me. Now, 400 is a key number, with it being the last number or the last 100 before it drops into the threes. We see a lot of time it. Man, I made a mess here. You didn't get them all over the place. We're at 66 and 67 cents. 27 minutes in. This will probably be close to a 2-hour auction. I think it's going to get down to those last 30 minutes. Yesterday the auction ended early. I think the football stuff, we are going to see a lot of that. Not knowing what's going to happen in the future with the football cards. It's so crazy. We need football cards. Are we going to be okay with non-licensed football cards? There's 350, 370, 350. Yeah, it's just the bottom out price really should be around, I think, 250. Give it like $100 away from where like the bottom of pre-orders are at. But I think Panini knows that if this was at 250, it would get down to 250, and that would impact the hobby boxes. Because if those drop down to 250, then they would have to adjust these prices with them not being first off the line. Got a couple more Dutch auctions coming up next week. Now we're going to be changing. There's Arch Manning. They're really hyping him up. So we got first off the line 22-23 Spectra NBA trading card box. $17.50 down to $7.50. See what the pre-orders are at. Alright, so it looks like there's a little room there, going about like $8.75. So that's how it should look. Is that pre-orders are around like $8.75 to $9. Then let's see, $8.59, $9. It should be $100 between where pre-orders are at and the bottom out price, floor price. Some more basketball. Okay, let's go color blast hunting on these. Let's see what you get in 4 cards per pack, 4 packs per box. Look for 1 exclusive rookie jersey auto first off the line. Parallel number to 30 or less, 4 autos and 4 parallels per box on average. So I think in that probably like $8.50 to $7.50 range. I think if it does get below pre-orders, and it should be all right. We got first off the line 2023 Panini Immaculate Baseball Trading Card Box. $700 down to $300. Now, last couple baseball auctions have sold out a little higher. Usually these are bottom out prices. And with Panini Baseball, they hook you up. So 6 cards per pack, 1 pack per box for a first off line exclusive number to 8 or less. 3 other autos, 1 first off line exclusive pink base mem card number to 9 or less, and 1 other mem card per box on average. And another thing with the baseball, you're looking at, it's only prospects and retired Hall of Famers, legends are going to be in the set. That's how it's been going on, since they don't have the license for the current players. So no corn. Let's see where we're at. Always refresh that page. You get back to it. We're at 6:50, 32 minutes in. Is it gonna bottom out? I think there's a good chance for these to bottom out or get close within at least like two levels. We're going down what 1667. Basketball has been getting either down to the bottom out or close to it. Let's see, the last 30 minutes would be, let's see, we'll go 6 times. It'd be $100, so we'll be around 450 with 30 minutes left. So we'll be right around about 450 with 30 minutes left. So that's probably where we need to start looking at, like, are we getting high volume? Or people start jumping on. A lot of people don't start tuning in or jumping on Panini until maybe 45 minutes left of the auction. Because most of this stuff doesn't just sell out. Like the higher end stuff can sell out in the first hour. But I think there's a good possibility that we see these at 350, depending on what you're trying to do with. Are you ripping, flipping, breaking, or holding? You have different price points. I think anything like under 4, you probably start getting some good value with it being first off the line. We're at 633 and 33 cents. Here's your overall 373, 350, 400, 360, 370, 360, 375. So just in that, for a regular hobby box, going about 350 to 4. So if we can get it somewhere in there, it wouldn't be a bad deal. See these. Still got the Arch Manning for $15. These sold out super quick. The number to 49 and number to 250. I was trying to go for them, but I was just getting a high volume alert. I think you could order 5 max per order, and you can order 3 max on these, so they went super quick. But is a card like this here going to be worth something? Or are we going to see more Arch Manning stuff? I love the design though. see what we got going on for next week. We got encased. This is 2022 encased NFL trading card box. 5 cards per pack, 1 pack per box. 1 encased auto, 1 additional auto, 2 mem cards, 1 base or parallel per box on average. Going in at the first tier under 400. I don't think, that's, if you're looking at, what is that? Is that 3 levels at 4? So you'd have, you should have, I think, 3 levels. I think it's going to be close to, let's see here, we go 350. Yeah, it's going to be right around, because that's going to be what, the second level, I believe. We go plus 16.6. So that's going to be what, 383 and 32 cents, and then we go plus 16. And we're looking at the next level up is going to be right at 400 or close to 400, depending on the cents, if it's either 1667 or 1666. And we can kind of see that 400 mark is are we getting a lot of high volume alert on that level, or the level at 416? Yeah, with basketball, it's tough. Now, and it all depends on what you're trying to do with it. If you're just ripping it, if you do like it at 383, do you like it at 4? Do you like it at 416? But if you were looking at 383, I don't think that's a bad price, because there's one thing is I want it at this price. Other thing we got to think about, where is it going to sell out? Do we see, once it gets to 4 and it crosses over to the 3s, does it sell out right there? Do you want to chance it to try to go down another level? Because we know it's gonna stop at 350. So at 383, that's only what, two levels above. So that wouldn't be a bad entry price if it does get there. Yeah. So depending on what breakers do, I wonder how much that will impact the football products, will that impact going for other products more because they want product? That is a good point. We'll have to see how that works out. But I'd say around that 400 mark, always cost average down. But yeah, it just all depends on what you're going to be doing with it. If you're just ripping it and you just love Mosaic and you're like, man, I just really want a box, I don't want to pay secondary prices, you're probably looking at, you get it around 4-ish, a little under. Where these going to sell at, 375, 400, maybe a little bit more on the secondary market, depending on where they sell out. $616.67. But yeah, basketball is, and like you said, even with the football, they've been selling out high. So you really got to go back. We start to see a trend. Okay, everything's going to the bottom out price, and then something happens, like the news with Panini with football. Now things are looking like football stuff will probably sell at a little bit higher. Basketball, we were getting to the bottom out price. For a while, they were getting some really good value because the bottom out price was $100 away from $100 to maybe $50 away from where pre-orders are at. And but Panini adjusts you know, their pricing, and they've been getting a lot better where that floor price is, and then we start to see a trend, and then all of a sudden something happens, and then I know for a while there's some stuff stuff was just selling out super high. It just didn't make sense, and that's the other thing we gotta worry about is some big players like big online retailers or breakers. Are they coming in, buying it at a premium, and taking all the product? Because there's that scenario, or the other one is, just a general public buying it and it sells out. Because that happens as well, where we're like, we see no one in the stream has bought anything, and we're like, man, that just seemed like it sold out way too high. And when we say like, I want to say basketball is dead because people are still ripping basketball. Depending on what you're trying to do, it maybe the resell it might take a little longer to sell. But if you got people waiting who are like to rip basketball and you're a breaker, you might not see that. You might be able to sell this stuff for a premium. But maybe you don't have that clientele, or you're just trying to flip it. It might be a little. And then you got a time frame of you don't want to get stuck with it and you start seeing the price going down. Now with something like this here, it is the off season. It's a sell right away. If you put it on eBay, you put it on Facebook. We're at $600. Yeah, Will. That's another thing is that we've had injuries, issues with some of the stars with their off field issues. But that is a big thing is that if we don't have those big chases, we had like the 2021 was super hyped with LaMelo and Ant. But then LaMelo kind of fell off. Kind of just got the dip in prices. But yeah, we and Victor. We'll have to see when the 23-24 stuff starts coming out. In case it looks bad without having a graded card. Yeah. And then we gotta look at probably that's right when, if we look at when Prizm 2021 started, even though it was limited, that's when I think they started printing more stuff, seeing more hobby stuff, more production. Retail, it just seems basketball retail is everywhere. And with the retail stuff, there's no chase in it, so that's a hard thing. Just think if you could get Kabooms or Downtowns in a retail product, we'd be going for this stuff. But it seems basketball, all the chase stuff is in hobby boxes. So if there's no chase, there's no autographs and megas, and you're spending $60, and what can you get in there? I mean, you can hit autos, but they're not like some of the football products where you're guaranteed a auto. People buy that stuff, and I think that's another thing is that maybe this stuff would be more hyped if they would put some of the if we had retail product of Downtowns and Kabooms for basketball or those chase, because then we would be buying it. Yeah, Edwards. Yeah, just can't stay healthy. Wemby is our hope. That's right. Wemby gets start. I mean, he's just so tall. I don't know how that would impact him if he did gains. Like if he started, I don't know what kind of weight training he does because I was watching a video of him weight training. Of course, he does do that stuff. Would it be beneficial for him to gain some weight? I mean, as you know, the time goes on, gain 10, 20 pounds. Luminance sold out in a day. Yeah, I mean, Luminance is. Those are nice cards. The card stock on them is really nice, and the photographs are really nice. I was opening some of that yesterday. Simply not pop. That's right. If we go back and look at some of these drafts, and you're like, who are these guys? And that's in any sport, right? We can only hope someone pans out. Ping, what's going on? 3 a.m. in Australia. I love it. I love it. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Floor does seem high. I think a lot of us think that. I think Panini knows if the floor was lower, it would probably keep going down. And with it being at 350, when we do get close, it makes us go, okay, we probably know it's going to sell out soon, so do we buy some? Because I honestly think the floor should be like 250 for this year. Like, they could really, like, these boxes are selling for 350. Hobby box should be what, like 250 for a regular hobby box? Yeah, football's just. Is it just more hyped in the U.S.? Like, football's just like 24/7. Seems like football just doesn't stop. But I watch more football stuff. I'm more engaged in football and baseball. And maybe it might be different if Seattle had the Supersonics. If we had the Supersonics, would I be watching more? The basketball, I tend to start watching like I'll watch a little bit through the season, to watch the rookies, see who's doing well, who's not. But I'm not like baseball right now. Like, I watch every single Seattle Mariners game. Like I want to watch it. If I can't, I'm turning on the highlights. And then of course football. I'm ready to watch every Sunday. Chromium, the hobby doesn't care. Yeah, the photos are nice. I still haven't seen one of those animation short prints. I want to see if, let me check eBay if it 11:10 versus 20 and 5. Right, which is better? Would you rather have the 11 and 10 or the chance for that number to 5? Baseball seems more hype than NBA. Yeah, baseball I follow more, but like I've been following the Mariners and I've been watching J-Rod real closely because I've been buying his stuff and I want him to do well. It's crazy how you have an investment in someone. You're like, come on, stop swinging at those sliders in the dirt. NBA, yeah, I think in a whole, probably NBA is bigger globally than baseball or football. They're big in Asia, like you're saying. Like if they're big in Australia, yeah, Spectra going to be coming out. Those boxes, regular hobby boxes, around like 900. Where is it? Let me pull it up. Like 850 to 9. So I actually like what they're doing here. See, this is how it should be. If pre-orders are around about 850 to 9, they have a little leeway here. We're at 750, and so then we can have a little bit of like we feel like, hey, we could get a value. It could go underneath where pre-orders are at. Uh, but they haven't been doing that on the products that are in this price range. They have it pretty pretty close to where pre-orders are at. Oh yeah, Otani was rocking and rolling. Like just watching him, dude, he's a beast. Like we were looking at his numbers compared to everyone else, and it's just, man, he's like in the top 10 of everything in hitting, and then you're not even talking about pitching yet. We're also saying because he got injured, can someone take that MVP away from him? Someone would have to play really well down the stretch, get them to the playoffs. Or is he just going to be the MVP with how well he's done up to now? Yeah, that's another thing. It's the off season, and it seems that they are trying to get back to like football. They're getting with the seasons off and the product coming out, like the rookies. It's like I want to watch the rookies while the products are dropping during the season, so I can prospect or go, oh, I want to buy this or I want to sell this. Hype it up. It's crazy in the last couple of years when they had some of these delays where we're getting products after the season, or you're getting this product when look, the season's over. One auto. Yeah, it'd be great if they probably should just put two autos in here. Anyone can take it. Yeah, I think there's like 30 or 40 left. I think it's around like 35 games, somewhere in there. Like unless someone just goes like on a hot streak. But I don't see it. Like the only person that it wouldn't even make sense. Like because I'm a Seattle homer. I'm like, if J-Rod just kept doing what he's been doing this last couple of weeks, but even then, I mean the numbers just aren't the same. He's has like 21, 22 home runs. Otani has 44. His average is like 304. A-Rod, I mean, he did raise his average from like 240 all the way up to, I think he's at 277 right now. But he would have to do a lot of work to get up there. And I honestly don't, like, is there anyone else in the American League? But yeah, it's a bummer. Like on paper, the Angels look like a really good team, but they just can't put it together. I mean, they got there's a lot of guys hitting like 270, 280. Because last time they played the Mariners, they're like, man, this lineup's pretty stacked. You got a lot of guys who can hit home runs. They can hit for power, hitting 280, 270. They put two autos. The second one is just to be worth his card. Right. But yeah, two autos would make more sense. Like football has two autos, right? We're 3 minutes away from 1 hour. Then we'll have an hour left to go. Let me see if we got any. If you are going for these, make sure you're logged in. Got your credit card saved. Let's see, do they got any of those luminance, animation. Yeah, those are cool looking cards. Let's see, has any sold yet?
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Hot.
Man,
I put some vitamin C in that one.
you put vitamin C, cool. These are the cards I'm talking about right here. Those look cool, don't they? These are a short print, a new short print. It's 300 for Derek Henry. I don't know if like that. It doesn't look like the back moves. There's a Cooper Cup. Yeah, these are nice. I still haven't seen one of these, but yeah, these, I mean, luminance are nice. Who we got here? Travis Kelce. See if any have sold yet. TJ Watt for 220. Joey B. Let's see this Joey B. Yeah, those are cool. All right, we're 59 minutes away from that bottom out price. We're at 550. I got my tea, I got my coffee. 550. We're going to be at around 429 minutes. That's probably where we'll start seeing high volume. I haven't checked yet. Always refresh the page. If you do leave the page, you always need to refresh it because the timer doesn't always keep ticking down. We are watching first off the line 22-23 Panini Mosaic NBA trading card box. If this is your first time joining us, we go live for all these Dutch auctions on Panini. Are we gonna and Topps has only had a couple Dutch auctions. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're at 7 likes. Let's try to get over 20 likes. We've got 47 people in here. I love the support. We're almost to 2,400 subscribers. We are slowly grinding away. We're just going to keep doing it. Here we go. 8 likes. I love it. I love it. And Topps has only had 2. I wonder when the next one they're going to have. Are they going to be able to do it with like the Montgomery Club? Is that going to be something? Like this Otani Ellie De La Cruz card is cool for Tops now. Buy some of those, get a chance at a parallel. Dutch auction. Yeah, there's only been 2 Dutch auctions on Tops. Bowman Sapphire. This almost got to the bottom out price to $350. This was a solid deal if you got it, under 4. I mean, these got up to almost $700. And then the Wemby Auto 199 or less pack. He sold out at the bottom out price at $1,500. I noticed that a lot of people were cracking these and hitting 10s. So we'll have to see when that next auction is. We're at $550 right now. The football products have been selling out high, but I think that's more because of the news. Are the other sports going to be impacted if we don't have football? Does that help the brands that are unlicensed? Will Leaf become a front runner? I mean, Leaf has some really good designs. That's one thing I have to say. Like, I like their designs. Those Pop Century Leaf Metal are pretty cool cards. Alright, we're going down to 533. Let me check to see if we're getting any high volume. I doubt we're getting high volume here. Well, we're 2 levels away from getting into the 400s. Yeah, no issue at all. Yeah, I got right in. So we probably got about 25 minutes until we see any high volume, and even then it probably won't. We'll probably still be able to get in. That's gonna be right around 450 at the 30-minute mark. Usually I make some old veteran no name right. You're like, why are these guys even in this set? You're like, did he even play? It's the same thing with like a lot of retail autos where you're excited you hit an auto, but you're like, this guy's like a veteran bench player. Retail autos are the worst. That's 100%. You're like, who is this guy? Especially in basketball. It's like, did this guy play? We have not talked anything about Fanatics. Has there been any new updates to that? I haven't seen anything the last couple days. But yeah, it's what's gonna happen with all that? Or is this stuff just going to be, held up in court, fighting back and forth? Was it complete nonsense? what was the reason they gave it? It was just like out of the blue. And that's the thing is that, like with contracts, you know this stuff is going to be, fought in court. But if anything, I guess it's good. It brings attention to the hobby. Like you see it on like all these websites or news channels where people are talking about it. I guess it hypes up football cards. All right, we got a minute left here. We're gonna be going. But yeah, I mean, just the whole thing. What's gonna happen? Does Fanatics buy Panini? How does everything look? I know some people are scared for that, not having Panini. Are we just gonna see no more Panini products? Are they just gonna ixnay everything, and then all of a sudden we got Topps Chrome, Bowman, football, baseball, basketball. 15 seconds left. Let's see if we are getting high volume or not. We still haven't got high volume. Yeah, we're getting right in it. Oh, wait a second. Oh, come on, high volume at 516. There's no way. That's crazy. We're at 516 and 67 cents. All right, that's the first time. This is usually like in this time frame where we start to see in some some high volume action, and it doesn't mean people are buying. It's probably about the time when a lot of people are jumping in to Panini, logging in, going through the motions, the steps, maybe adding it to their cart. But it just means that people are starting to tune in. First Dutch auction, your vids have been super. Oh, awesome, Joe. No problem. Like talking shop. Yeah, you got any questions? Come here. We go live for all these. Love talking shop the first couple, the first hour or so. And been doing some daily updates. Been kind of going back and forth on those. If I'm going to do weekly or not, just trying to figure out how that works out. But yeah, I like talking sports cards. These Dutch auctions they're fun. Sometimes they can be a little stressful. At the same time, there's opportunity to create value, make a little bit of money. Do your own research. Find what number makes sense to you. And then sometimes maybe it doesn't make sense, and you're like, I'm not buying today. And we're all buying for different reasons, different budgets. But it is kind of cool to watch to see where things are priced at. I say probably the most stressful is when you buy too high or you over leverage too high, and you're like, and then the price just keeps going down. That's probably the most stressful. Something like that there, hopefully you can cost average your price down. Or the vice versa, where you're like, man, I need it at this price, and then it sells out. You always feel a little bit better when you do buy that first one, if you really do want the product. And not all products. Some products, I watch, and some of this stuff just doesn't make sense. I don't buy. Ron, what's going on? You're just in time. You're just in time for the action. This is, right here. We've seen high volume ones, but I just think people are checking it out. Just, jumping in there. Just don't have any FOMO. That's right. Keep to your numbers. And you know, what I say, if you say, hey, I only want this at 350, and it gets to one level up, don't be mad. Just be like, hey, I got money for another day. Because if you do FOMO, you find yourself buying way too high, and then, like I said, then the stress where you're like, man, why did I buy right here? And it happens to all of us. You're like, man, I need to get this. Everyone's buying high volume. I think, yeah, this product here should probably get close to that 350 mark. We're going down 16.66 cents or 67 cents. So if you like it at 350, do you like it at 366? Depending on what you're doing. Like, I'm not super high on basketball right now, so I would want it at like 350. And even then, I'm like, maybe. For me, it just all depends. Like, I might buy some. Like, for me, like, I'd probably be flipping it. Like, I wouldn't want to rip this open. I'm kind of on the fence with basketball products. Football products lately have been selling out high. So it just has to make sense depending on what I'm going to be doing with it. Like this here, I don't think I would be ripping it. It's probably a fun rip at that price, but I don't know. I think there's probably better things to buy for 350. Right? Yeah. NBA, and like that's where I think Panini has been doing a good job. Well, on their end, for us, they need to be giving us a little room there. At 350, that's where the bottom end of pre-orders are at. I think that they need to put that down to 3 or 250. Give us like $100 wiggle room between like that bot. But I understand why they don't do that, because if it does keep going, then they have to adjust prices for a regular hobby box, and we've seen that in the past. 350 it goes. Alright, we are at 500. Let's see if we get high volume again. I think we should be able to get in. Of course, if it does sell out high, then it's like, hey, we save some money, we get to do it again. Yeah, no issue there. So we're getting down there. We've seen high volume once, but I just think people are just kind of checking out, going through the motions on these. We have a couple more Dutch auctions coming up next week. Let's see if they add anything else. We got Spectra. This kind of like a higher end product. 4 cards per pack, 4 cards per pack, 4 packs per box. For one exclusive rookie jersey auto, first off the line parallel number of 30 or less. 4 autos and parallels per box on average. Pre-orders for these around $850 to $900. $400. Get color blast in here. Is Chet the front runner to be the rookie of the year, or is it Victor? Refresh this. All right, 2 minutes left. Out of here. Let's see, did they drop those yet? Nope. Those are cool looking cards. And we got some baseball action. These will probably get down close to that 300 mark. First off the line, 2023 Panini Immaculate Baseball Trading Card Box. Now, the last two Dutch auctions for first off the line Panini, they did sell out a little bit higher, which I was like, really? With baseball products, they usually have a lot of good colors and autos in them. So, but you're not getting current players in these. You're just getting retired or Hall of Famers and prospects. Look for one first off the line exclusive auto number to 8 or less. 3 other autos first off the line exclusive pink base mem card number to 9 or less. And 1 other mem per box. Now, if you can get them around like 3, did he sell out maybe a little bit higher? Maybe. Alright, well, we got a little less than a minute. Football season's right around the corner. I got a couple fantasy drafts that I think I got one today starting here in 2 hours. Probably just put it's still there. We're at 483. Let's see if we get any high volume here. Yeah, it looks like I'm getting right in. Yeah, no issue. 483 and 33 cents. Floor seems high for Mosaic. People know it'll get down to 4. Yeah, 4 is probably that number. Can it get past that $400 mark? That's on the high side of pre-orders. But most like around like 350 to 380. I think the average is around 373. But yeah, the floor could be a little bit lower. But if it was lower, we would probably be waiting. We'd be like, yeah, let's get it, let's get it at 300 or 275. Yeah, for 350. Yeah, I mean that's another thing is can you spend your money on something else and get a better product or more product? We're 8 minutes away from the 30-minute mark. 30-minute mark will be right around 450. Yes, I open up some stuff. I do a lot of informational videos or like what's dropping. Topps hasn't had a Dutch auction in a while. The last one was the Victor W auto. But Joey, I'm gonna start doing more content around opening boxes, and it could be just like regular hobby or first off the line stuff, and doing some behind the scene of like breaker content. So these are the two Dutch auctions that Topps has had. You have the Bowman Sapphire, which almost bottomed out, 375, and then the Victor W cards bottomed out at 1500. But we haven't seen any more. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it, because a lot of the Sapphire stuff is with the Montgomery Club, so are they able to do it there with having Montgomery Club members getting the product first? We're at 466. Let's see. Get any issues. We're at 1025. Alright, getting high volume right here. Alright, finally getting in. We're 7 levels away from the bottom out price. Just about $100 away from the bottom of our pre-orders, which pre-orders is right where the floor price is. Still looking over the 505. We're at 466 and 67 cents for first off the line 22-23 Panini Mosaic NBA trading card box. You get 15 cards per pack, 10 packs per box. Look for 1 auto, 18 prisms, 20 inserts, and 2 pink swirl first off the line numbered to 20, or green swirl first off the line numbered to 5. That is, did change that, right? See, you're saying we can get those for what, $350? You're thinking they're gonna sell out soon? Yeah, we got what? We're gonna have what? After this one here, we'll have 6 levels left. Hold the line to 4. We'll have, once this one goes, we'll have 3 levels to 4. Can it get down there? Can we get past that 400 mark? No high, no high volume. Don't worry. I got 90 seconds. Yeah, buy them all. Where are you gonna buy them at? 450. All right, we got 45 seconds. We'll be at 450. We're gonna be $100 away, or 6 levels, 30 minutes away from that bottom out price. We've seen some high volume, but nothing crazy. Like if you spam the button, you can get in. Now you don't have to go through the buy now, but you can go through the shopping cart up here. Just make sure the price changes. You have it in your cart. All right, 10 seconds. Be at 450 on the dot. Yeah, I'm getting right in. No issue. Let it keep going down. Yeah, no issue there. I got right in. Now, let's see. Getting high volume. But then, if you just keep trying or go through the shopping cart, you should be fine. Does this sell out high? I think 450 might be too high. If you really wanted a box, maybe, but all depends on what you were trying to do with it. Treat me so bad. Well, here with this first off the line, you're getting 1 auto, 18 Prizm, 20 inserts, 2 pink Swirl, first off the line number to 20, or green Swirl, first off the line number to 5. So those are your first off the line exclusives. Is that you'll be getting 2 of those, either the pink Swirl or the green. Those are numbered to 5 and 20. We are at 450. We're looking at 350. The floor price is right at like the bottom of where pre-orders are at. The medium price around like 370, 375. So we are getting close. We're in the last 30 minutes here. 3 levels until we get to $400. 375. Yeah, like if it got down there, not a bad price. I think it's what is like 383 would be there. Then it goes to 366. So can it get past that $400 mark? Blackbeard, what's up, man? What's going on? You getting high volume? Yeah, if you keep spamming it, like I've been getting high volume the last couple of levels, but then you finally get in, You can always go through the shopping cart if you already have it added. Go through the shopping cart. Just make sure the price changes. It's the worst if you buy it and it's a level above. If it doesn't change, just make sure it changes. We don't like that high volume. But tag, still around about 500. All right, we got a minute left for this next level change. Good luck if you're going for it. Good luck if you're holding. Hold the line all the way down to the bottom out price. We're going to be going down $16.67 here. We're at $4.33.33. It looks like I'm getting right in. I had one high volume alert, and then boom, I'm getting in. No issue. Oh, high volume again. 433. We're 2 levels away from 400. I think that's the magic number. Can we get past that 400? Is there value at 400? I guess it all depends on where it sells out too. Are people starting to buy right here? This is where it would be nice to have a stock counter or updater to show how much stock they have. I honestly think it would help with the FOMO to see what's left, what's not left. So what's going to happen with Panini NFL? Good question, right? What's the end game for everyone? Is it just going to be tied up in court for a while? Two ticks, that's right. Start to buy some at 4. We're at 433 and 33 cents. Yeah, Otani, not good. I saw a meme, or I read something. They were putting it together. His injury is an injury of people taking steroids. Wouldn't that be nuts if he was taking roids? Mariners want, right, yeah. How much is that going to cost? Couldn't resist and bought some. Hey, nothing wrong with that. 2021, if they're $350. Do we get a discount if he is injured? I mean, Otani would look good. I mean, we saw him in the All-Star game, and he looked good in that Mariner blue All-Star jersey. I would be okay with it. J-Rod, Otani. I mean, the Mariners' pitching staff is strong. They're young and they're strong. You put Otani in there. We're at 433 and 33 cents. 60 people in here. Let's get to 20 likes. We just need 8 more. Thanks for coming in, talking shop. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you do like this kind of stuff. We go live for all of these. The Mariners are looking good. They are. They're turning it around. Like, that pitching staff is... They're young, and now they got bats starting to back it up. I'm super stoked. Just need to... They need to get to a World Series. I said, when they get to a World Series, I'm going. I'm going to a game. And he turned, you're right, yeah, he turned around. So, yeah, I feel good about that. Go O's, okay. The O's look good too. We played a pretty close series against them. Let's see, are we getting high volume here? We're at 416. Getting high volume. Yeah, the O's are looking good. You got some good people still coming up in the farm system. All right, we're getting high volume. 416 and 67 cents. One level away from 400. We're 20 minutes away from that bottom out price. Uh-oh, did it sell out at 416? Oh, looks like it might have. Yep, 416 and 67 cents. Did that sell out too high, you guys think? I think that might be a little too high. Too high, right? Wait, so who bought it all? James, did you buy it all? Who bought it all at 416? Where are we at? We're, what, $65 off from where the bottom out and where like pre-orders are at. Jay, you warned us he was buying it all. You want to buy some? He'll be selling at Breaker's inflated price. Yeah, it's 416. Most likely Breakers. I think 416. If you're just buying it to rip, might be a little too high. Early release like football. Yeah, like first off the line stuff should just be. There should be a grace period, like of 1 to 2 weeks. Let's say we get the product. It takes a week for us to get it, and then a week before the regular hobby boxes go out. So people can only look at first off the line products. That's how I think it should go. Because I don't like it when we're getting our first off the line boxes and we're already starting to see regular hobby boxes opening up on the same day you get it. And you're like, well, now people have to choose between first off the line and a regular hobby box. Regular hobby boxes are cheaper. Break spots are cheaper. She is gone. Way too high. Way too high. Who's her shirt ripping these? First off the line, 22-23 Panini Mosaic NBA trading card box sold at $4.16 and 67 cents. We'll be going live next week for Spectra NBA and Immaculate Baseball. I'll have these thumbnails up by this weekend. I should have them up. It was fun talking shop with you guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's try to get over 20 likes. We're at 15. 20 likes. We can get to 30, really. But I will talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. And congrats if you did hit. Congrats if you held out. You saved some money. And I'll talk to you guys later. Retail Mosaic killed hobby value. Yeah, just there's no chase in these in this stuff in the retail. I'll talk to you guys later.